Hi, here's the team again with another episode of Mga Kwento ng Apo ni Lola Bashang. I'm with Marc. Marc, please say hi.
Hi, hello everyone.
And with Carlos. Carlos, please.
Hi guys.
Yes, okay. Hi, guys. So, anyway, do you guys know what I hate?
Nope.
No, not that I know
I
of.
have no idea. No
Mm.
idea.
Well, I hate how men expect girls to cook and clean and serve them still in this modern age and time. Sabi nga ni Nadine Lustre, come on guys, it's 2020. Kahit na technically it is 2021 na, you get it naman. And I don't hate it because I don't want to cook. I hate it because that was applicable in a time wherein men go to war and stay in their offices for like, I don't know, 12 hours a day. They used to fix cars, sinks, fetch wood, all those things they refuse to do now because there is technology. I mean, ikaw, Mark, ano ba ginagawa mo most of the time? You play, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of seeing your point here. Like, we cannot have the same view of women we used to have years and years ago, while men are not expected to still live the same.
Exactly. And that is an example of gendered social order, our topic for today. Specifically, the Marxist socialist feminism.
Ooh,
Nice, nice.
nice, nice, nice,
Ooh,
nice.
interesting. Pero let me just butt in with some data. Did you know that as of December 2020, 50% of the workforce are women? And that's supposed to be a good thing, right?
I feel there's a but coming in.
Yeah. But most of these women occupy low-paying jobs, probably because they are more looked up to and had better access to education, no?
Yeah. I mean, I actually have something to say about that, pero I'll talk about that more later. But right now, I just want to say that sure, it is nice that at least half of the workforce are women. But in this world where capitalist and imperialist states lead, having a job does not necessarily equate to being secure and stable, diba?
Yeah, basically having a job literally means just having a job.
Yes, and I hate capitalism for that, and imperialism obviously. But that is for another discussion we hope to have. Anyway, again, I hate capitalism. They tell their employees, the people actually, to work, and just work until they are as rich as them.
And honestly, the chance of them getting as rich as them are slim to none nga eh. Nakaka-frustrate lang like how they feed us all these lies to condition us to think through their ideology.
And like, paano kikita sa work nasa kanila lahat ng pera? There's no proper circulation of money.
Right. I mean, for example, a minimum wage worker just got her salary. Let's name her. What should we name her? Please, give me names para it's more realistic.
Siguro ano na lang, Angela or Maxine, you choose.
Okay, nice. Example, Maxine just received her paycheck. Since she thinks she deserves a little splurge,
Which she does actually.
yeah, of course. Okay, so Maxine takes a ride home. Just a little more comfort and private than her usual LRT ride. So she pays 300 to the taxi driver. And then this driver, he gets like 20 rides on average. And Maxine was his 21st. He then had an extra 200 pesos to spare. So, ano, nagigets ba? Nagigets ba yung example?
Sana.
Okay. Anyway, bahal na. So, he splits this 300 into three. 100 for his daughter, 100 for his son, and the last is for additional money for their necessities. Since the kids rarely hold that much money, they splurge a little, pero still nagtitipid. And so at the end of their spending, they were able to save some for another spending. Meanwhile, the father bought hot dogs from the supermarket, a food they rarely eat. And the 100 pesos goes to the bank accounts of the conglomerates with already millions of pesos to spare.
So, nasa-stuck na siya doon, di ba? And if this continues, ano matitira sa working class?
Yes, exactly. Ubusin nila yung pera ng tao, and they won't even be able to spend that all. Also, who do you think of first when the word billionaire or rich comes? Carlos, please, some examples.
Wait. Jeff Bezos. Wait,
Ano ba?
hold on.
Tagal.
Sigot pa ako.
Tagal.
Wait, sorry Okay wait. Mark Zuckerberg. Ayun. Bill Gates. I don't know. They're the most famous I think.
Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. And anong common denominators nilang lahat? They are all men.
Actually, I did a quick search, and richest people are dominated by men.
Okay, wow. Okay, now I kind of get why the hashtag girl boss is a trend. Once you see the numbers talaga, no?
Yes, well, that's what I wanted to talk about next nga. Thanks, Carlos, for the transition. That is kind of a good thing naman, the trend. I understand where it's coming from, but if you actually think about it, how is it better?
It shows that women can lead.
Yes, but at the same cost, the working class is paying for. It stems from a capitalistic point of view na the only way to be successful is to have money. It has the same exploitation the poor have long endured under the hands of the rich. Except the only difference is that women are leading now. Hashtag girl boss is not feminism. It does not break the social order, and I don't know, maybe it helps in making man and woman equal, but I do not think that is what feminism is about. I mean, personally, feminism is removing discriminatory practices against all genders. It is not for me exploiting people.
Okay, gets. I mean, looking at it that way, I guess it does more harm than good nga.
Yes, and that is why I say capitalism and the patriarchy are connected.
But do not be disappointed at me. But how?
Well, Mark, both are avenues for oppression. This is going to be a long discussion, pero please bear with me. So these two put together overexploits women. Like Carlos said earlier, di ba? 50% of women, at least in the US, are in the workforce. Still, housework is left to them. Basically, they work both in the formal and informal institutions. Here we can see the social order on a sexual division of labor, meaning naturally women are expected to do the cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the children, all the unpaid house labor, while it is expected that men earn profit, meaning they get paid for what they do, paid labor basically.
Okay, so from that, I gathered that it looks complementary, but it is actually not.
Yes, and because of this system, the society is then conditioned to view women's jobs as low value and men's as high value. Pero okay, to be fair, although from a far reach naman, na capitalism somehow helped women get paying jobs too. I mean, women deserve the same opportunities as men, and the fact that it feels like a gift is already a problem. But that's for another discussion. Okay, so anyway, it was nothing but a ploy to once again overexploit women. Before they were just housewives, they were just like children, dependent on the family patriarch. Basically, in this case, men were dominant.
Okay.
And here's the thing: dominance comes with violence. This is not just limited to physical violence. It also comes in the area of ideas or psychological abuse.
Okay, so like rape, beating, murder, humiliation, shouting things like wala kang kwenta, puro ka gastos.
When in the first place, how will they earn when all their labors are unpaid?
Yes, and also, did you guys know that there's an ethnic group who views breast milk as a transformed sperm? That is how far dominance can get. Another reason why there is this gap between genders is this thing we call natural differences. Okay, example, Mark, how does one typically see a woman?
Motherly, obviously, which is like caring, sensitive, and soft.
And men are typically seen as what?
Masculine, basically strong.
Yes, and these differences are seen as natural, air quotes on that please, for their respective genders. Now, when placed in a hyperbolized setting, in this case, our society, there is a certainty that there will be a relationship of inequality in that context.
If I get this right, it's like how mothers, wives are supposed to take care of children or the house because it is natural of them to love and take care of something, right?
Yes, and this concept is not just limited to this context too. Okay, for example, you know how some people say, kaya ka lang naman mahirap kasi tamad ka to poor people? Like how they always imply the reason they are poor is because of laziness.
Yes, I've heard that countless times when in fact there really is not just equal opportunities. I mean, of course, no one wants to stay poor, but not everyone has the same chances.
Exactly. Drama. Okay, so these structural differences, they are seen as, well, natural nga, di ba? So the inequality is internalized. It is seen as something that cannot be changed. Therefore, it becomes a justification.
Again, if I get this right, teaching positions are predominantly held by women because it has all the attitude a mother is supposed to have: patient, kind, willing to teach, good with kids, and construction workers by men because it needs strength.
Yes. Tama.
Okay, but these differences are not at all natural, diba?
Not at all natural, Carlos. Okay, so these things are taught to us in schools, homes, everywhere. It was a common choice of the society. It was agreed upon only because no one disagreed. Anyway, like I said, capitalism benefits from the patriarchy. Did you guys know that multiple surveys were conducted and it showed that women were actually willing to work full-time jobs and not just non-contractual, but still employers refused to listen to them. um, Women have been calling for the same opportunities that are given to men, and every time they do, the capitalists always twist it to their benefits. For example, women were given more night shifts at different jobs.
Is that bad?
Well, this is like the hashtag girl boss trend. Good on the surface, but has its negative purpose when you dig deep. And okay, it's fair because men are working night shifts too. I mean, night shifts on retail companies, car dealerships, sometimes even construction work. But what women and feminists want is equal opportunity to work, not equal chance to exploitative labor. I mean, bakit nga ba there are night shifts in jobs like that? Bakit merong overtime and all?
Because it speeds up the process, which means it speeds up profit. Overtime means they were given much more work than what their actual work time allows them to do.
Tama. And okay, sure, there is overtime pay, but there should not be any need for overtime work at all. And nighttime shifts for women, while looking progressive in terms of the public sphere and workforce, is actually scary in the domestic sphere.
Basically, capitalists use the patriarch both to quote unquote help the women and use it against them.
Yes, which is really annoying. They will say they help women by giving them night shifts, just like what men have, but at the same time, when women say it's dangerous, capitalism will say na, eto yung ginusto mo, di ba? Equality. This is equality, right? When in fact, what they were actually asking for are same pay, same standards, and not the same exploitation.
Tama, stop the exploitation of all genders.
And di ba nga kanina we discussed how women's jobs were seen as low value. Kaya in the workforce, they are seen only as an extra. And up until today, women are paid 20% less than men. Given that they have the same qualifications naman. So through here, we can clearly see the oppression. If you're right-leaning, traditionalist, or a conservative, your ideals will tell you to stay at home and be a housewife or a mother. But if you are also liberated, left-leaning, or a feminist, you are forced to have jobs that are just as exploitative and pays you trash money. Yeah, you are undervalued and given equality like these night jobs as progress.
Agree. And since you mentioned it naman na, can we talk about housewife culture? I mean, how did it start? Because I honestly think women have always been working.
Well, if we go way back, this came from the bourgeoisie. The women of the bourgeoisie who had husbands providing for them, whose only job was to stay at home or have tea with their amigas. And because of this, working women were deemed as not womanly. The proletariat women, some of them do not have husbands to provide for them, or if they do have husbands,
Hindi
mm,
enough yung kinikita and kailangan din naman ng woman of the family to work, di ba?
Oh, okay. So once again, a proof of how a capitalist state with a patriarchal society overburdens women.
yes. And sorry for diverting to another topic, but we don't have much time left na kasi. Pero did you guys know why women are shaving their body hair?
Nope. Although, wala ko, it has something to do with money.
Well, it is because a razor company then didn't think they were earning enough profit since their market is only limited to men. So basically, they decided to market it to ladies too. And then they told women to shave whatever body hair they have.
Wow, unbelievable for profit talaga, you know. If
Yeah.
that does not say capitalism and patriarchy, I don't know what will.
And just to refresh, since the discussion is coming to an end, they say it's complementary. Complementary. Women in homes and men in office. Women in the private domain and men in the public one. They say it's complementary. Pero actually how? When only one is getting paid for their work. When only one is getting enough recognition. I mean, sure, mothers and wives might get a sense of freedom because they get to stay at home lang, they get to choose what meals to cook, where to go on vacations, and how to take care of their child. Pero even that sense of freedom is still dependent on their partner's age, their age, and their financial status. And okay, eto, I will leave you with this. It will be hard to end a patriarchal society with a capitalist system and vice versa. Therefore, the struggles of the working class and the women need to be put together. They need to fight together to end this exploitation. That is all my friends and I had to see for this episode. And I hope you tune in to the next one. Thank you.
Bye guys.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.
Bye.